Have you ever noticed that even when your English grammar is perfect, something still sounds off? Like you're still clearly a non-native speaker? The secret isn't your accent, it's your stress and rhythm. And today, I'm going to show you the 5 patterns that will change everything. Hey, I'm here to teach you something most English teachers completely ignore. You're going to learn the exact stress patterns native speakers use every single day. By the end of this video, you'll know how to shape your words and sentences to sound naturally fluent. Let's go. Let's start with the most basic pattern. In English, most two-syllable nouns and adjectives have stress on the first syllable. Listen carefully. We say conversation, not conversation. Perfect, not perfect. Natural, not natural. This is so important because when you stress the wrong syllable, you literally change the meaning or sound completely wrong. Try saying these with me. Student, teacher, stomer. Feel how the stress falls on the first syllable? That's your baseline. Master this and you'll already sound more native immediately. Now here's where it gets interesting. When you add certain suffixes to a word, the stress moves. For example, take the word present. That's a noun, stress on the first syllable. But when you add the suffix to make it a verb, it becomes present. Same spelling, completely different stress. Here's another one, record as a noun, but record as a verb. What about important? Add the suffix and you get importance. The suffix changes everything. This is why you need to listen carefully to how native speakers pronounce words in context. They're not being random. There's a system, and once you understand it, your English will sound completely different. Okay, this is where most learners make a huge mistake. In English sentences, native speakers don't stress every word equally. They stress the important words, the content words, and they rush through the small function words. Listen to this sentence. I went to the store and bought some milk. Did you hear it? The verbs and nouns got stress. The small words like to and some were rushed and quiet. Now compare that to how many learners say it. I went to the store and bought some milk. Stressing everything equally. It sounds robotic and unnatural. Native speakers naturally make their important words stand out by stressing them, and they speed up the small connecting words. This is the rhythm of English, and it's absolutely essential for sounding fluent. Here's something really interesting about English rhythm. At the end of a statement, the intonation falls. Your voice goes down. Listen. I'm learning English. See how my voice drops at the end? That's a statement, but when you ask a question, it goes up. I'm learning English? With that rising intonation, it sounds like a question. Many non-native speakers keep their intonation flat or even rising at the end of statements, which makes them sound uncertain or like they're asking a question when they're not. Native speakers always drop their intonation at the end of statements. This is a critical rhythm pattern. Practice it. Tell me something with your voice falling at the end. Then ask a question with it rising. That's the difference between confidence and confusion. Finally, here's the big picture pattern that ties everything together. Native speakers break sentences into natural rhythm groups and they pause between them. For example, even though I studied hard, I didn't pass the test. There's a natural break in the middle. Not here. Even though I studied hard, I didn't pass the test. All rushed together. When you speak in rhythm groups, you're speaking like a native. You're also giving your listener time to process. Your brain naturally breaks sentences into these groups, and native speakers follow that pattern. Pay attention to where native speakers pause. You'll notice it's never random. They pause at grammatical boundaries or where ideas naturally separate. When you start doing this, you'll sound immediately more fluent, more confident, and more natural. So here's what you learned today. Stress the first syllable in most words. Watch how suffixes change stress. Stress content words in sentences, drop your intonation on statements, and speak in natural rhythm groups. These 5 patterns are the secret code native speakers use. Start practicing them today, and I promise your English will sound completely different within a week. Subscribe to Daily English Edge for a new English lesson every single day. You've got this.